this one. Still feeling like there's some danger, and danger there is. EU's there with a rifle. That's connection. Eye spotting these players out, but the site is gained for them. Boostio still tucked towards mid. QT just wants to give this one up. Prowler chasing him down. So Heaven in control here for 100 Thieves. Nade's still there. In fact, a showstopper of their own. Asuna to seek to offload it. No, he doesn't clear it. Boostio's there, and he's down and out. Tens just drops both of them.
So they navigate a fairly dangerous eco round again. John Cutie just acting as a utility sponge, drawing out all of that initiator utility as Boostio chased him around the map. Could have seen Asuna go for that with the showstopper. Think about the way that Evil Geniuses was playing last year when they won Champions. They would send those ults on eco rounds.
Oh yeah.
When they thought they might be able to turn it into their advantage, they would go for it. That time, 100 Thieves playing with a little more caution, just making sure that they have that ultimate up for the next. And actually, the showstopper is one of the most important ults to work around for Sentinels here. So this time, I'll give them a pause for thought. Because Asuna is often going to use his showstopper to punish, for example, the dog being used up ramp. If he hears that dog, he can blast back out and try to get a kill on somebody over there. And that can be used in various different places around the map.
But grants you that luxury, right? You can play a lot more aggressive,
yeah,
tight corners, because you're not worried about the stun as much.
Yeah, and you're gonna super try to punish people who are static in those spots. Yeah. This timeout coming at another really important pivot round. If 100 Thieves lose this, their economy is in shambles. Sentinels have already built up such a buffer. And this was actually the half where 100 Thieves were having enormous amounts of success against Leviathan, just punishing them. But Lev running the breach and the Sova didn't really have people willing to take the fights. Second is so happy to do that. Tens is super happy to do that.
Oh yeah. Like to get stuck in. Reward themselves with a couple of picks here, but now half of the course here with Sentinels. We know what to expect at their attack side rounds. They like to go slow, beginning in jump spot here. Asuna chasing them down.
In the meantime, this walkout through B main.
Oh, Cryo's fallen. With him down here, the Heaven players now have got to really worry about this one. With Zelsis dropped. Evened out 4 versus 4 here, but the site is now theirs. And Tens wants a little bit more. John QT causing all sorts of problems, just pricking them from behind. Whoa, what a rocket! Asuna straight down into sewers. He's left it just 2 alive now, grouped up, side by side, holding hands. Sentinels seeking to do the most here, but Thrash is going to be clearing out most of the site. Staircase still being held here by Bang. Lovely angle for it. At this point, there's not too much the Zekin can do. He's just eating all sorts of bullets, raining down onto him. And there's a defuse for 100 Thieves. So, ults being utilized there to really great effect.
Yeah, great play from 100 Thieves, but they did have to use those 2 big ultimates in the round. And that's the silver lining for Sentinels, is that they haven't had a broken economy there. And this play in LB main did work. That Viper lineup, oh yeah, he just got caught there trying to pick the orb back up. But that Viper orb lineup is so powerful. You'll sometimes see teams default their wall towards B. The threat lurk plays out there, but that Viper orb that I think Zest came up with from old DRX. It's so good.
Allows you to threaten the B anchoring players if they're not careful for it. Here we go, explosive. Right up top, Second. Okay.
He wants to reclaim that title as the top raise in the match.
He really does. There was a TP from Tens as well in the meantime. Ult expended and bang, he did win that fight out. So
very reminiscent of what they were doing on Lotus, actually. Just sending Zekin and Tens in. Those Tens teleports, I don't think they were really ever finding value, and that's another one that gets shut down. It's going to make this round more difficult. Trying to mid-round without smokes, that's got to be about one of the most difficult things that you could ask. But they do still have this Viper set up on B, and I think Boostio's got the read on it.
Oh, great gamble. Great read, like you said. No smokes, the only ones being pre-placed. That's the Viper one, so they think, okay, making our way over towards B, 100 Thieves ready to receive. And this could be a bloodbath. Nightfall, here's the Util comes out. The damage definitely being done straight through the wall, though. That's Second. And he can't hear anything at all. Cut into the corner. Bang, taking slices out of him. And he right behind him.
What a read from 100 Thieves. They had every single player ready for that hit when Sentinels had not made a single piece of noise.
Great call.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the gamble of a lifetime. Super well played. We didn't quite see it from 10's POV as to why he committed on that ultimate, but really put his team in a bad position. Ziggs will be happy if they make gambles that pay off like that.
Keeping themselves alive when it comes to the economy. Been healthy buys. Now it's Sentinels with the back foot of the economy. If they lose this round, they're going to be knocked down. No likelihood. Spots. Anybody seen?
Spike dropped.
Waiting. Maximize the usage of that molly. Let's rip now as soon as he hears the dog. And a boom ball.
And generally, 100 Thieves have been following the noise. You see EU start to get pulled away into B heaven. They're expecting this to be some kind of B split, and Asana's already calling for a reclear of B main by the look of things. Trying to bring Cryo with him. That is on the exact opposite side of the map to where the actual action is.
Theo close to Flowers. Not getting cleared. I don't know if that molly was intended for him. Only the one though.
Nice attempt at the discipline.
Respect it. Open sight for the pit.
Tens is in this smoke in heaven, and he gets the reward.
That is nasty stuff. All the more difficult. And the decision has been made for them, really. 100 Thieves can't attempt to take this one. They back away with the rifles that they can have. So, Sentinels, round win.
Yeah. And I really think a large part of that round is that 100 Thieves chose that mid-round timing to try to pull people away from mid and instead go to explore B main, trying to gather information. And SEN calling the freeze, slowly contacting over back towards A, just found the gap. And we just seen a round from 100 Thieves where they gambled perfectly and won because of it. That's the other side. Double-edged sword if you're going to play a bit like that.
What a time to do it. 4 players surviving for Sentinels. If they lost that round, like we said, the economy would have been broken. They can live to fight another day.
One of my cameras is broken.
Same case here for 100 Thieves. Should be, potentially.
Yeah, things are starting to get a little tender, though, for the 100 Thieves economy. And both of these teams, back and forth, does put a lot of strain on your ability to be able to buy up.
Cover going out.
I think 100 Thieves are really struggling to get information and deny this Viper setup. Cryo's just basically having to sit there and babysit B main the entire round.
Just relegated to jump spot, isn't he?
Yeah, and that's the problem with not having a Cypher in the composition. Big strength of 100 Thieves comp is that they have that double initiator that the desk was talking about. It's awesome. But you don't also have the Cypher to give you really good info during the round.
Present shown here. Flash. And the dog committed through a ramp. He gets spotted by 100 Thieves players. EU's going to be seeing this one, and that does allow John QT up into this angle. Jump spot damage through the box. Not enough for the kill.
Double jump spots over towards A, and John Cutie's now pushed them both off their respective angles. Not that that's pulled anybody over just yet, but that's the idea. SEN are hoping that they can make it easier to walk through on this B split.
Wow.
And what a punish that is. All of these 100 Thieves players having to jump spot because they don't have that info and getting smacked.
And now they go. Asana close to the choke. There was a molly in the hands of Zelsis. Hands him. And Izu and Cryo still dodging, juking. Not enough. Not enough. Sentinels right in their faces.
Another really tough situation.
Oh, they want to fight this. They want to fight this. They want to fight this. Boostio. He's shut down instantly. And like you said, Josh, it's a tough situation. Reveals the 2. Sees the reposition. Lined up, actually. Lined up entirely, but it is that crossfire. No way! EU brings it to the 1v1. It will be a monstrous clutch. And indeed it is. Disgusting work by EU.
Insane performance. How has he managed to pull that one out? Oh.
I was really shocked at the call there. Boostio and EU committing into that when they had that player disadvantage, but
One enemy remaining.
holy, does it work out when he's playing like that? Masterful.
That's a fantastic clutch up there. Playing to the camera, that might have just saved his team. Because that was an eco swing round. 100 Thieves would have had to be on some kind of broken buy. Look what it means to them. It's an elimination map, and now we see 100 Thieves with this fight out towards A, trying to catch anybody that might be defaulting for ramp control. John's going to feed this info to the rest of the squad, but they don't immediately react into B. They make sure that they're set up for it first.
I mean, setting up for it. It's that rocket bang.
That did so much damage.
Oh my goodness, but no kill claims. Damage, straight bullets. Sent flight, John QT! How was he already there? This is ridiculous. Essentially TP'd straight into the fray. One player up into heaven. That's Boostio. Oh, Kane, flick, adjustments, all their detainment. Is it online? John QT, the savior. But Boostio, oh! He can't get it.
What a pace increase from Sentinels, but not rushing things as well. John knew that they were fighting super heavily over main. Sentinels had the right protocol, but they made sure that they were set up to go for the exec, increase the tempo, and punish these players. John slipped through there, didn't he?
He did.
And he looks very clean with the shooting.
My God.
The work that I put for you, I was putting in work.
He is. This is it down to the half by Asana, brave with it. Really wide face, pulls out the paranoia, but this is 100 Thieves, like we said. And a knock down to the half by.
Boostio's been hitting every shot.
Guy is on one right now, committal. Now being called. Seeker's there through them, but no scaling into the site. They are meeting them. This is a hard rotation. 100 Thieves, what a time to do this. Pull this one out when the weapons are weakest. That is only up to Sassy. Fragile is his placement. And a thrifty round. I mean, I was about to start discussing heartbreak for 100 Thieves. After all that talk of economy to broken by, but it matters not.
And what a play from them as well. They cooked up a fake aggression towards A. Asuna swings at the very start to make it feel like they're fighting A. Instead, they walk down mid. Boostio hits a great shot. His individual skill's been nuts. And then they read the fact that there's a response on A and swarm around the rest of these players trying to react. Super mobile, really dynamic, and very confident from 100 Thieves.
Excellent call.
That puts a thrifty on the board. And it's anybody's guess who's going to lead at the half, or whether we're going to have a draw.
Not the rifles. B main.
Toxins going up.
Gain for Zelsis. Has he spotted? No, I mean, he's pre-firing it just in case. I believe there's a jump spot. Yeah, he doesn't know. Cryo has been playing into that back corner. He's alone, he's spamming this. Calls for rotations, and here it is. Cryo just takes the fight.
It's one of the first times that Cryo has found an advantage by holding like that in B main. Usually finding himself caught out a little, but that is huge for 100 Thieves.
Massive one. It's going to be called now.
This is a fake reaction on the other side. But to be honest with you, when they find the A site empty, they might decide to call for 10s over.
Yeah, and he's got the spike in his hand, so they are going to hard commit into this one with the forward positions gained. Up into heaven with the smoke. Sassy is an important piece here. Needs to stay alive. What a kill. Zekken will not get out alive. It's a good return of fire. Boostio is firing on all cylinders, but finally will forge on QT. All the way behind. They are none the wiser, but only just the one. Asuna forcing his attention forwards. They want to try and take this fight straight to the site, onto these players, seeking them out, all the way to the back of map. The spam kills all the way. Tens is really finding it difficult, and he does fall. 2v2 planted potentially. I don't know for heaven. It's in the smoke. Spam here. Asuna sticky. Oh my! It's set to walk away with it. 7-5.
Switching sides.
That one was so incredibly close to going the other way. What a half this has been. The other two maps are very streaky, very one-sided. This back and forth constantly. With huge moments from the 100 Thieves players. EU, Monster Clutch, Boostio firing on all cylinders. And yet Sentinel still leading 7-5 at the half with John calling a masterclass.
Yeah. So tight between these two teams. Well, Liz is standing by with Kelly and Tina, the parents of Boostio, and bang, let's hear from them.
Thank you so much, Brennan Sideshow. Now, while this game is very, very, very tight, it's more than just a game. There are families and emotions behind this. I'm here with Tina and Kelly, Boostio's mother and Bang's mother. I have a little Boostio poster made by you in here. All these posters. What is it like being here in an elimination match with all of this pressure and all these supporters here for 100 Thieves and Sentinels as well?
Make me cry. I love all you guys. You're everything to me. I love you guys.
You're everything to us. Now, Tina, I have to ask you, how have you seen your son grow in the time that he has been a professional player?
I've seen him grow tremendously. There isn't a day that goes by that I'm not super proud of everything he's accomplished. He is absolutely the most committed, devoted player, and we just love him.
You're gonna make me cry. I can't. That's crazy. Now, if your sons were listening right now, what would you say to them very quickly?
I love all you guys.
We love all of you. We love the fans. We love everyone here. Kelly and I are very emotional, so we spend time in the evenings. We watch our boys stream, and we cry tears of happiness because we're so proud. And nothing makes us happier than to be here to support them.
This just made my entire day, everyone. What a wonderful halftime interview. But we have a very tight game to get back to. So Bren and Sideshow, please take this very tight game back.
I mean, 100 Thieves going to be earning a few more fans after that. That's, yeah, I mean, so wholesome.
But that also shows you how much is on the line. I mean, just for everybody involved too. There's pride, but it'll be warring with a little bit of devastation if 100 Thieves do end up being eliminated here. Because again, these guys, they put everything into it. All the players on both sides. We've already seen 2 teams globally get eliminated from contention in Madrid. And the rest of this map is going to define the third. You don't play until April. If you end up getting eliminated here, that's such a time to be sat twiddling your thumbs.
In the right time to strike. Bit of presence into mid by 100 Thieves. Pass that here. Down to the minute mark almost here, and now they're starting to walk their way over with the Viper Wall.
Tens is in this spot at Flower, holding a paranoia.
Mosh pit. I mean, that clears him. No?
He's into hell.
I mean, he's taking a ton of damage, but he's going to be using the paranoia for it.
He's also just smoked himself in hell.
Really being put apart piece by piece. 100 Thieves might be gaining exactly what they need, and yes, overstepping themselves here by Sentinels on their defense side. Critical pistol round for 100 Thieves. Sent flying there with a spike. Oh boy, oh, the plan tonight!
Get him gone!
Oh no, oh no, this could be a disaster.
30 seconds left.
Spike. In the middle of nowhere, John QT still tucked to the corner, but plenty of players left standing. 100 Thieves now swarming onto the site. Teva, not sure if there was a connection. Tripwire, all grouped up, damage done, but eventually the reaction. Cryo, he turns around. John QT is weak enough. One shot will do it. The damage there. 12 seconds remaining. Seeks to deny. Oh my! 10 health. Still kicking, by the way. Now EU has to stick it.
Spike planted.
Gets back into it. 1 versus 1. One single shot. 3 bullets. Wrap around. Cryo. Are they going to expect this one? And who's being planted for? John does not know what to expect. Spots it. Him. No way. And he knows it's not really planned for him. Hasn't pushed up. A tap. The game of chicken is being played all for the pistol line. All on the line. Cryo! He delivers!
The little jiggle that doesn't even bait a shot out of John QT. Cryo still has to go for the swing and yet hits the shot. That was anybody's. Even after Sentinel's original game plan had been so disrupted, they had their chances of being able to win that round, but it's 100 Thieves that come out. On top on the pistol, set up to try to equalize this final deciding map between the 2 orgs.
What a way for this final map to play out in our elimination game.
Some attempt at a trap play here in mid.
Find you.
Looking to paranoia off the cams contact, but there is nobody in that area in the slightest for 100 Thieves. They've managed to avoid basically all of the danger in this round by the look of things.
Hear the noise being made. Smoke was dropped. Cryo's job here just to see if he can spot any players, get some additional info, because the 100 Thieves, they don't want to commit into us just in case there is a stack on A.
As soon as the boombot's online and the Viper wall drops, though, they're going to be able to take A under control.
That is with the Dizzy.
Right there.
Additional layers on top.
Worth keeping an eye on trap plays like that, though, because that's something that's very possible for Sentinels to put together with the Cypher in their corner.
Here's the congestion. Yeah, EU. Definitely feeling sharp with this one. Should have got all the angles covered. Tepper. Oh my, Cryo. Pincering them.
Cleans house. So 100 Thieves get up to 7. Gonna have slightly worse weaponry in the bonus round. Have they got some kind of big idea cooked up? On Bind, we saw them comboing their utility together really heavily to try to take the sites. But throwing in a little bit of that defaulting at the start just to disguise where they were ending. The beginning of this, real big emphasis towards B main right here.
New players stacked to skirmish. Developing, bubbling, brewing. Smoke dropped down, potentially a recall. The Thieves are the winners this time. They're going to be granted that one. So, Satchel through. Spots it out, actually. Just hits the corner of it. Gives him an easy one for Sassy.
And a really good snake bite as well from Celsius. Tens is always going to be going for something a little unorthodox. But they held that back really nicely. Good rifling from Sassy, good support utility from Celsius. And now Boostio leads them on a round-the-world ping-pong back over towards A.
The annoying thing now for them, yeah, like you said, around the world ping-pong, but none of that prior map control gain. They didn't have somebody lurking up A.
They're not going to get punished by that. There's nobody playing too aggressively, but there's still these 2 trips here.
John's position. Trip spotted.
Cage
Is he there? Peek with the cage. Maybe a couple of stray shots might be in order. Boombot, another plan. Up to it. Missing the timing of all of this. Well, Boostio. He's right up in their faces, isn't he? Wrapped around here onto heaven. It's all Cryo.
My ult's ready.
Backs away now. Doesn't want to overextend his hand. It's still a 2v3. Definitely winnable. Wall committed. Slices up the map in a very unusual way here. Bang. Still got to worry about lots of different angles. RIOT is going to be hearing them drop down now, making that information known. Bang. Weaving in and out backwards here. Celsius unable to get the half on a defuse. That's the pull, the benefit of all of this. Vulnerable, no, how does he win that? And now the wall working against him in his face! Cryo! That is disgusting
work! He's just bulldozed his way into the spike! Mowing down 2 of them! And Tens, in desperation with time ticking low, thinks about playing to his outs, which is, I guess I just gotta go for it.
One enemy remaining.
What a monstrous round from Cryo.
One enemy remaining.
What the hell have we just won?
He got so many kills in the previous round on the pistol that he was able to get up a Cosmic Divide that caused chaos.
Yeah.
And then somehow wins that.
And it's knocked SEN right back down again. Talking the economy to death, but it is important. 100 Thieves winning that bonus. Set up for success now.
Paranoia, though, being held by Tens here.
Yeah, and here's a refight all the way together here, but do they have the guns for it? Yes, straight to the dome. Boostio removed, the spike drop down as on top of this one, right from behind, second!
He pushed out A main!
That is filthy work here, only with the classic, and they have swarmed the position. Relentless, running and gunning. Cryo, he's not taking his time of it, they have just answered back instantaneously. What are we watching, Max?
Tens has been trying to set up one of those Paranoia trap plays for quite a number of rounds now. Had it prepped in round 13 and 14. Neither of those worked, but this time, that push out from second.
Oh my.
That is just bonkers. What a response. There are hero plays and trap plays, set plays and big plays all over in this series.
Saw you, Mark.
See how much that meant for Kaplan. He realized how big that round was. Could have been the difference between 100 Thieves taking that lead and running away with it.
Yeah, you think Cryo was playing the previous round. That can sometimes just win you matches like this. And it's instantly been knocked on its head.
Thrash through now. Plenty of trips to deal with. Be tying and tangling him up. SEN flying into the back of the site. Plenty of players to reinforce here. SEN. Want to bunker down here. Batter the hatches. They want to make a go of this one. Still the plan's going off. Second. Where the hell are you? Smoke in your face with a one-way. Boostio's there. Tucked side. Flash though. Couldn't see a thing now. This is really getting treacherous. Second. Not going to be able to defuse it. Brought down. In the close-up positions is really just being synced out, sorted out. Flick of the wrist. Celsius. Cryo. He has one pull. Another tap onto this one, so pushes him away, buys him some critical seconds, but he doesn't have a gun for the job. Somehow removed and away, and cover is there. Save hands from the Sentinel players, but man, oh man. It gets so damn dicey.
You can see some of the nerves and some of the pressure playing into these games. I mean, Zekken is flying around the map to try to follow up on this flash. And then on the other side of things, Asana's going deep the other way to put pressure onto TenZ. Carnage in these rounds. And Cryo just trying to pick up the pieces towards the end, couldn't quite do it this time. All of this madness from the beginning of the attack half of 100 Thieves, though, should start to quiet down now. There is an enormous economy and ult advantage for Sentinels. They are favored to pull ahead here by 2 rounds. What the hell does that mean in reality?
The ecos have been seeing not too much. Still, I'll make it a little bit easier. Scared of the approach here. Where is that rocket being utilized? Well, straight through main.
That's a heavy investment when they were in a 5v4.
Can you blame him against these ecos?
Not really. John's in a punishable spot here.
Yeah. What? Okay. Take my breath away, John.
Against a Dizzy, that is sometimes going to be a non and done. Never mind a one and done. And instead he gets 3.
Get out of here. Yeah, they're on an eco, but I mean, look at this. The reactions, adjusted aside, the transfer, the final tap. Surgical.
And that takes any kind of danger out of the eco round for 100 Thieves. So we're getting back to an even position. Ults on both sides, rifles on both sides, but a 2-round advantage for Sentinels on defensive split. The pressure is on 100 Thieves right now. You don't want to let the moms down. And Asana was an absolute beast on Bind. I think the big difference maker between the performances on map 1 and map 2, a lot of it came down to how Asana was following up off utility and finding his own timings. He's got to come up huge here towards the end. I think being the tip of the spear in all of these fights, the fact he has the showstopper online for this pivotal eco round, my eyes are on him. How does his team set him up? How does he entry? How does he find the timings?
Because it's needed now. Only 2 rounds ahead for Sentinels, but this can steadily, very quickly get out of hand.
Both of these fan bases knew despair last year. It really was. It was Doomer times for both. And for whichever team ends up getting eliminated here, it's going to be a long time until they see their team play again. None of these players want that.
Only 2 for Nail. Busy.
There.
Down to the side, no connections. 7-8 combo. Try and punish some potential read of maybe where Zelsis has been playing in the past, but doesn't get anything until used. They hear the orb's been picked up.
Right there.
Zelsis. Smoke's in their face though. 100 Thieves, they can't cross that line of
They're not
scrimmage.
ready. Right there.
Maybe now though with a util.
That's way too much for Zekken to try to handle. The wingman combo with the Prowler, very difficult to work around. And Boostio's going to be able to get back in here, pick up his orbs. A slower pace to this one from 100 Thieves.
Zekken's going to be feeling like he's isolated here. Knows that mid has been compromised. Going to be called out to him. He was hoping he could just set his sights only onto ramp, and now backs away. The heaven, 3 players still here. TP, information.
I think that's good info.
Yeah.
And it's immediately going to trigger 100 Thieves to make a ping pong across the map. This is going to end... No? A cancel to that. 100 Thieves were thinking about going for the B split.
Time is running out. It's an ult committed. They're trying to at least pull players over here, but it's just pulled out the pit. A lot of players still swarming the position. Over here, yeah, it's working. They're off the side. Maybe cancelling his back. Sassy! Kind of read as this guy got. He's working his way back into elbow, holding down the fort. Out to the side here to flash to connect. Bustio! He is down. Everyone following up. Spike is planted in the middle of all of this, but only 2 players left. 100 Thieves, they got too much to overcome.
On Bind, we saw one of these rounds called by Bustio that ended up being the difference maker that pushed them ahead and pulled them out to a win. It started that ult cycle, it started the snowball. And here, the call was great. They were going to go for a B split, turned it into a B fake, and then somehow Sassy was able to pick up everybody. He just swung through the smoke, deleted, I think it was Bang, the first player, and suddenly there are too many threats on the A site.
SEN begin to run away with it. Still a chance for 100 Thieves, of course. But the guns, few and far between with the Guardian, the Bulldog, in the hands of just Bustio and Bang. Maybe the Nightfall can do some work here. Got to wait out this snake bite. Push forwards now. Big control still being called for them. Random assortment of bullets, no connections for Zelsis. Holds a further back position still, contacting, but the cam will catch it. Now they know. Players are there. Zelsis. Orthodox with the jump spot.
Sentinels need to get some information somewhere else in the map, so TenZ is peeking towards A ramp. But the real threat is whether or not these players in B Heaven can survive.
Good snake bite.
And a good smoke as well, to make it feel like they could be pushing up behind that. Is this going to be another fake, like a Nightfall into A Heaven and then quickly pivot B?
Noise made, jump down, Zekin's holding it. Just with the gun for now, he can hit him onto the ropes. Popping up and over the Nightfall. Oh! Can't really hear them, but he knows exactly where they might be placed. Still, players working to be Heaven, the fake off. Might not be working here at all. John QT still locked down into the corner, bang! Cleans him up, cuts him out of the picture. The B plant. Really coming through here, and 100 Thieves critically. They have the post-plant positions. Onto Heaven, Mosh Pit down to defeat Sassy. You got to get the hell out of there. And he does survive. Yes! Kill! What a kill! 2 players left. Sentinels! They're mopping them up. In the midst of it. Pandemonium in the round. Bang. 1 player standing. He's got the pit, but no mollies. Multiple players swarming a position, light them up and listen. They just follow true. And Sentinels get to 12.
4 chances to put 100 Thieves away. And it's Sassy again, who to me has the big impact here. Look at the timing, just peeked away. And of course that kill onto Asuna is enormous too. But Sassy was under enormous amounts of pressure. He had a mosh pit at his feet and still managed to pick off EU, who would have been a backstab to try to help 100 Thieves win. There are micro moments in this
Give it to me.
that are making all the difference.
1 more round.
TenZ has picked up an operator for the final round. He's got a rifle as well, one would assume.
Same play at the beginning, 100 Thieves. They've been doing this one a lot. It's a mid-take.
Poison's off.
But all these close rounds, I mean, it's just whistled that economy. Still down to the half armors, the Guardians. Bargain bin buy for 100 Thieves to do unthinkable to stay alive in the series.
This is such a committed position for Zelsis to be playing in. Against a Thrash, Boombot, Dizzy.
Oh, and here it is. Someone needs to deal with this one. It doesn't clear him. It doesn't clear him. The Boombot doesn't either. Perfect time to strike. Molly at their feet. They sneak the capitalize. Zelsis. He might have just finished it for them. Make their way through B main. It's all Sentinels. Castle, bang! Up in their faces. 2v3s maybe made this winnable. There's a chance. They've really got to capitalize. Seekers right behind them, chasing. Hot on the heels. Spams down only the one of them. It's going to be pointing them in the right direction. Players towards mid. There's 35 seconds left. And here's where you got to get a move on. Only
Sassy.
1 player to meet them is Sassy.
30 seconds left.
Tuck close now. Anything to clear him out. Not really too much util at all. 25 seconds left. How do they want to take this? 100 Thieves. Time is of the essence. They drop down themselves. Into the back of the site. He's tucked close. And he gets the kill. That could be it. Bang, flashed. And he's just being cornered. Sentinels eliminate 100 Thieves. All roads lead to this titanic matchup between these two squads, retooled with a cultural shift in the off-season, but it's SEN that come out on top. Heartbreak for the 100 Thieves. They won a map in each of the series that they ended up going out in, but we won't see them for quite a while. Unbelievably difficult group, and both of these teams gave it everything today. It really did. It's going to be a heartbreaking situation for 100 Thieves. But I mean, what a monstrous performance from individuals on Sentinels. Zekken, map 1, map 3 looked sublime. And Sassy, towards the end of Split, pulled everything out when it mattered. Putting on a Sadak performance on the Sky. Just decided to win. Sky allegations thrown out the window. No. 2-1 is the victory here for Sentinels. Earn their right to continue deeper into this kickoff tournament. Take a bow, well deserved. And very quickly, thoughts will start to be turning to their next opponent because it doesn't get any easier. No. The loser of Loud Leviathan faces them. They've got a while to prep though, rethink, retool. But man, they got pushed here. 100 Thieves certainly had some people popping off. But the players were firing. What a clutch this was. Yeah, just insanity. And this one, I mean, huge enormous plays, big moments, but just couldn't quite get it done towards the end. At some point, this series was completely tied up, anybody's game, and SEN just pulled it off. Running away with the tried and tested defensive setups on Split, yeah. That is just an absolutely unreal series here. Now, unfortunately, I have to say goodbye to 100 Thieves for that, for the kickoff tournament, this portion, of course. Listen, 100 Thieves fans, you have got the rest of the season to look forward to. Yeah. It's not over just yet, but that is their time and their path, I suppose, to Madrid is going to be cast a little bit early for them. Everyone knew that it was going to be difficult in this group. It's an outrageously stacked group. But I actually think, considering how little time this team has had together with Boostio at the helm, they had some really good ideas. I agree. The Gecko fade, the meta idea, the way that they got more vigor into the team and more aggression, they're on the right path. Well, let's send it down to Elizabeth down at the stage. She's standing by with John QT for the Verizon post-match interview.
I mean, can we get a round of applause for John QT on Sentinels? What a monstrous performance that was. I wish y'all at home could see just how intense this crowd is. And I mean, you tweeted earlier after you lost the other day, no failures, only delayed successes. This is a heck of a success, John.
Yeah, we felt like we kind of dropped the ball against Loud, and we worked so much this offseason and before this tournament. I felt like we didn't show our true face. We obviously have a very hard group, so it was a difficult first matchup for us. But I believe in the guys, and I knew we'd win this game. Yeah. That's
actually what my next question. The camaraderie you have with your teammates is visible across everything you do. Talk to me about leading those boys.
It's pretty easy to lead them. They make my job pretty easy. Everyone is a hard worker. Everyone has a goal in mind. Everyone is like laser focused since like months now. So it's pretty easy to lead the boys.
Now, does it get ever, like, do you ever get tired of being an insane fragging IGL, or is it just, you know, what is that about?
I mean, it's not a surprise for me. I work very hard to get here, and every day I work hard to work on my mechanics and everything else. So it's not a surprise for me. Maybe others are surprised, but it's regular.
Something I also want to talk to you about. I'm sorry, there's just so much screaming. Everyone's so hyped for you, and I want you to take this in. Everyone's, keep it bringing on. You deserve this. You fought your way through Ascension, lost in the finals, were away from Kaplan for a year while you were pretty much cooking on Amity, leading them, and now you're back with him. Talk to me about being back with Kaplan.
It's been great. We have a great relationship. Even when I was on Amity, we always talked like every week, every other day. We have a pretty good relationship. He's the one that got me to pro, so like he scouted me from ranked. So it's a very special relationship for sure, and it's been great. We get along well. It's easy to talk. I think I talk to him more than anyone in my life. So yeah, it's pretty.
It's the cutest thing I've ever heard. Now, one last thing. Your job is not done.
Yeah.
You still have an insane job to do. What are your thoughts about going into your next match? Or would you like to say anything to your possible opponents?
We're taking it match by match. The format is obviously very difficult for everyone involved. I do believe 100 Thieves is a good team. It's just like at the group of death, so it is what it is. And yeah, we'll be ready for our loser bracket against Loud or Lev. Doesn't matter who. And
Doesn't matter who.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. I mean, when you have an IGL like John QT, it doesn't really matter, does it? No? Well, thank you so much. Give it up one more time. I know you've been screaming up for. Give it one
Thank you
more
guys.
time
Appreciate you.
for John QT. But that we're not. We have a little treat for you, Zelsis and Zekin in the post show. So friends, take it away. Double Z.
Thanks very much, Liz. I'm here with New Jersey's finest, Zekin, straight off that match win. How you feeling after your first win in Americas for 24?
Feeling good. It's good to get the first one on the year.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, I pulled a round here from you guys' play, and I want to ask a few questions about it. Super tight OT match here that came down to, or not quite OT, but nearly that came down to the wire up against Sentinel, up against 100 Thieves. I want to ask in these moments, who's making the calls? Who's coming up with these ideas? Because I know you're a team with a lot of voices. This one in particular is around where you wrapped around into A Heaven. I want to ask, who's coming up with these pre-round ideas, and how does that come to be for SEN?
Usually pre-round, it's John making the call before the round starts, and then once we're in the setup, it's kind of just everyone around it kind of leads it. So it could be like Jordan calling to set it off. It could be me. It could be Tyson. But it's just kind of a group effort once we have the setup. But it's always John calling it at the start.
Talk to me about the coordination between you and Tense, because you two, it seems like, have a lot of plays together where he's setting you up on the Omen, or you're double entering into sites together. How does that work with the synergy between you two?
I think it's really nice. Omen and Raze both can get in, and it synergizes really well with both of us because we're both pretty aggressive, and it gives us a lot of opportunities to make plays.
All right, I want to watch this round in particular. You guys set up 3 in Heaven. You expect them to come A. Was the idea from the start to go for the double satchel around that we see later in this round? No. So talk me through, what is the point where you decide to change from the initial idea to what ended up happening? I'll start playing it for you. So right now you're just sitting in Heaven right now, just jiggling for main.
Yeah.
What's going through your head?
What's going through my head is I want to nade once we see that they're up ramp. Tyson had his blind out. The only reason I went for the satchel is because they were blind. Once I saw that they were blind, that's when I decided I wanted to go for it.
And is that just off of Tense's call then, hearing that you're blind, that you commit to that?
I saw that they were blind when I threw my nade. So like in the little split second that I was throwing my nade, I saw 2 blind guys behind the box, and I was like, oh, I can go for this.
Do you feel like your team enables you to go for a lot of those kind of plays where you see a timing and just take the opportunity?
My team trusts me to be able to make these kinds of plays if I see that they're right. And I'm really glad that they trust me to do that because it gives me the freedom to do stuff like this.
Yeah. Is it something specific to when you're playing Raze? Is this like the agent that you feel the most free?
I think Raze and Jet, I guess, because of her dash, but just any agent that can move the way that these agents move, it gives me a lot of opportunities to be creative and kind of just do something cool like that.
Hell yeah. Any tips on the classic?
Right click and pray.
Shoot them when the back of their head is to you and they're blind?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty good. All right, let's walk over. We got Jordan standing by as well, Mr. Zelsis himself. Why don't you take a seat? And GB as well off that great game.
Yes, I am here as well. It is good to see you.
That's
Wonderful to have you here. Congratulations on the win. I mean, dude, you guys just seem to clutch up in adversity all the time, and I could tell from the demeanor, a little tired right now, a little drained a bit, huh? How you feeling?
It was a long series for sure. I think we really wanted this win. You know, like losing 2 series and just being out like the first tournament, I guess, like kickoff is like pretty demoralizing, honestly. Like I feel for 100 Thieves, like we could have been in the same position as them, but it feels good to win because I think we kind of fumbled against Loud. So yeah.
So you feel like the Loud loss was more you guys just dropping the ball than it was you guys being outplayed?
I mean, I've come on here once before and said Loud was so I'm not gonna do that again. But Loud definitely played good. You know, Sadhak is always innovating, no matter like the teammates he has or anything like that. Like his teams are always like top tier. But I mean, I think we should have split and at least took it to a 3rd map. Yeah.
No, it's completely fair.
But I love Loud and Brazil. I love all.
That's
of them.
good.
I love Loud and I love Brazil.
Guys, we love Brazil.
No, the allegation's not true. Just a lover of Brazil over here. I'm really happy to see that. Zach, I wanted to ask you, now playing with Zelsis Jordan permanently on the team. How does the vibe differ with him in the mix? Because everyone always talks about the energy he adds to a team.
I'm still a sub.
It's a lot worse.
Pencada has
Oh,
visa.
sorry.
Pencada just has visa issues. I'm still a sub.
That's fair.
You know,
That's fair.
Jordan's great to have.
You're
Definitely.
a great liar.
Jordan's a good leader. He brings the energy up. It's just a really nice person to have on the team.
No, of course, of course. And by the way, guys, if you have a question,